Ooh. Afternoon. That's a result. How are you, Richard? Shout out to me, brothers. Upset Daisy. How are you, Richard? How are you, Jerry? Good evening to you. Any have any look on the bets last night? I know me two brothers put one on last night. I don't know if there's been any look. Any development. Like that. You and I. I will have a bet tonight though. Only a small one. Jerry, me neither. I used to be though. And I forgot I like the now flutter every now and then. How are you, Pat? Nah, listen here. I don't go stupid with it. You know what I mean? I'll put a couple of pound, or I'll put a fiver on a team, or a result, or a goal scorer, but I don't go crazy, you know what I mean? My dad was a gambler and he was fucking terrible at it. But, you know, see nowadays, you can't, like, people cheat and they don't like paying their debt, whether it be to society or to the bookie or to whoever you give your money to, you know. I used to have a few betting accounts and I'd spend at least 30 quid a week easy, you know, years ago. But up until a few months ago last year, like, the only thing I do the odd time is the Irish lottery. But like I said, nowadays with online betting, you know, you don't even need to leave your home. You just open your phone, you know. Crazy, isn't it, technology? Anyway, this week UFC 311, my prediction, Islam Makhachev, and still, I think Umar, Khabib's cousin, Umar Nurmagomedov, he'll be Mirab, you know. So it's like Dagestan will have the lightweight champion and the featherweight champion, or whatever fucking weight class, and that little Russian, little midget. Umar will fucking smash him. Hulk smash him. Them Dagestani fighters, the next level. You know, like Sambo, Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, fucking you name it, everything. You know, Islam Makhachev, he's not just a fucking, you know, he's got one armor, you know, a skill set, everything. He's the finished article. You know, and I like the guy. I watch UFC embedded. I enjoy watching them, you know, in the lead up to the fight. But I believe that, like I said, them Dagestanis, the one thing that they have is their faith and discipline and patience. And like I said, they're very well grounded athletes, you know what I mean, with education. You know, like, you know, Habib's dad, he opened a school, you know, and it's like you see the same school now has thousands of students. They live on site, you know, up in the mountains, you know, high altitude training. They're used to it. They're tough guys. GSP was my favourite fighter. And then I went to John Jones, to Khabib. And now Islam Makhachev holds the torch. You know, them Muslim fighters, they have patience, discipline, you know, and a fucking skill set and a half. You know, like I said here, not many people has even taken Islam down. You know, like I said, that fucker, once you give him side control, once you give your back, he's gonna dive on your back and he's gonna put a hand underneath you there. Yeah, he's gonna get you into a body triangle. He's gonna straighten you out. He's gonna keep hitting you with the right hand in order for you to move that hand. And as soon as you move that hand, he'll submit you. And I believe that he'll win this fight by submission. And I believe that Umar will win the fight, whether it be on points or whether it be the decision. But them two belts are going back to Dagestan next week. I've no doubt in my mind. I don't think this guy that's fighting Islam is a tough opponent. You know, and he's a competitor. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's going to be interesting to see, you know, who wins between Islam and that other guy. And they're both decent men, you know. I mean, hey, Alina. Well, listen, like I said, I watch all the embedded and the countdown on the road to UFC, whatever it may be. You know, I've watched and I've been interested in the sport all my life. Fighting is fighting. You know, but over there, like I said, listen to me, yeah? Shut up and train. Save your jibber jabber till outside the gym. Yeah? Hey, stop talking and train. Do you understand? Here, if you want to talk, save it for outside there. While you're here, you do your shit, and I'll tell you one thing. See, these guys are the future. Whether it be Bellator, UFC, fucking one promotion, whatever it is. A lot of the, like I said, these Dagestanis are on the next level. You know, like, I remember when one of my own went up against him, Khabib, and he called them names because of his religion. He called his dad names. He insulted his fucking religion and his people. You know what I mean? And like I said, Khabib fucking put manners on him. You know what I mean? And you know Khabib's star, right? He was asked, he said, would you invite Conor for dinner? He said, Conor is invited to my table. And I don't know whether it was Ariel Hulwani. He said, well, here, that'd be an interesting conversation over fruit. He said, I don't think Khabib would be too happy. He said, listen, I'm Khabib's father. Whatever I say goes. He listened to me, you know. Respect for his daddy, you know. Not only was he gifted, like one of the best coaches and mentors you could be. And look at, he said it after Habib's finished his number one student, Islam, you know, would go on to dominate the 155 division, you know, and it's probably my favourite sport. It pips football, and I love me football. But UFC pips it by that much. But GSP was the pound for pound number one as far as I'm concerned. Then I shifted to John Jones, and I like a bit. He's very humble, you know. Like I said, seeing Dagestan, you want to see the. That's a good number, Lena. You want to see what the setup they have up over there. They have that skill that Abdominop Nurmagomedov. You know, Khabib style, like he was a Sambo champion a couple of times, you know, and like I said, the level of training that they do, you know, it's high level, and they all train as a unit, you know, and they're all supportive to their gym mates, their stable mates, you know what I mean? And like I said, them Dagestanis, mate, on next fucking level, you know. High level jiu-jitsu artists, high level sambo, judo, you know. It's like Muay Thai, everything, boxing or stand up, whether it's on the ground or on the ground. Both fighters are well capable, like I said, and I believe that Islam will keep winning. Uh, and I'm hoping that Umar beats Merab, because Merab needs a fucking slap. You know, like I said, I was watching that embedded, and him and Aljamain Sterling, live across the road from each other, you know what I mean? And like I said, right, if you become a world champion in the UFC, right, number one, there's your business. You open up your own gym. You can and like I said, them fucking Russians, they're next level. You know, they're tough. They grow up in fucking snow all the time. You understand? Cold weather. You know, and they're fucking disciplined and patient, and they have that resilience, and you listen to your fucking coach while you're in this gym, you'll train. Shut up your jibber jabber. Save that till outside the gym. You know, you're here to work, not to socialise. And this week, Khabib's cousin, Umar Nurmagomedov, gets a chance to put manners on Merab, the little midget. I be honest with you, I'm a fan of the sport, always have been. I'm a fan of fighting, I like it. It's great. You know, but like I said, I know me shit, whether it be boxing, UFC, or me football. You know, I've watched the UFC from day one, from get-go. I've watched all the tough, well, not all of them, you know, but like I said, you know, you can't beat a good war, and after it, you fucking shake hands, you know. You get some people that are just fucking, you know, like if you're a professional, you know, you become a world champion, you have to understand a lot of people watch it, a lot of the younger generation look up to you, you know. But listen, good morning to most. I've not had much of a sleep last night, and this morning I went out for a run. It wasn't much of a run. It was a run to go get cigarettes. Can you see the irony in it? I went for a run to get cigarettes. Forget about it. But anyway, I'm absolutely bollocks. So I'm gonna play a couple of tunes. He's a raper. And where I'm from, Dublin 10, we turn raper into vapor. Just like that, look. Why would you want to glorify a rapist? Even if he's Irish hip. No, it's no, senor. I'll tell you my thoughts on him. It's like where I'm from, and it's not just where I'm from, all around the world. There's a line you don't cross, and he's fucking crossed to me. Like why would you glorify? I don't want my children looking up to a geezer like that. Like I'm not judging the guy, but like I said, at the end of the day, without his Mrs. D. Devlin, he'd have been still a plumber. But if you have that much money, you're not gonna want to get punched in the face. Why should you when you have multiple businesses? But as a professional, he's had the world at his feet. He's made a ton of money. He brings the numbers, but he's a fucking rapist. That's the truth of it. And whether he's here, he's fucking an Irishman that makes a lot of Irishmen and women look bad. You know, when Conor McGregor fought Aldo, I was sold. I loved him. You know, it's like, but that amount of money will change anybody. Like I said, whether he's from Dublin or the Moon, you're accountable. And there's lines where I'm from you can't cross. Number one, I'm my granddad and my dad. When he rapes someone's daughter, someone's child, honestly, I'd go to jail forever. But at the end of the day, it's like he's got too many yes men around him. And it's like when you have 400 million in your bank, getting punched in the face or something that I can't see you wanting to wake up to do. He's got stupid money, but ever since these allegations were proven in court, he's lost a lot of support. A lot of brands have pulled away from him. See Katie Taylor, she puts him to shame when it comes to being a professional because kids are watching you all around the world, especially in Ireland. Like, because of Conor McGregor, a fucking shitload of gyms opened all around the place in Ireland. It's like, but when you're in the public eye, and allegations like that come out, you know what I mean? There's no excuse for it. I'm not perfect. I've sold drugs. I've made bad decisions. But I tell you one thing, yeah, no is no. No means no. And like I said, because of who he is and because of what he's done in the sport, a lot of people still support him. That could have been your daughter. Like I said, why would you fucking follow a guy like that? Fair enough what he's done in the sport. Fair play to him, but look at when it comes to being a good person, I was a bad person, bro. I was never a raper. Whether you're from Finglas, Coolock, Ballyfermot, Clondalk and Tala, rapers get turned into vapor. They get lit up. Once you are a sex offender, you'll be a sex offender forever. You'll always have that mark over your head. And people allow it. Like it's a fucking liberty, mate. It's a violation. But because he's Conor McGregor, everyone, get the fuck out of here. Like that whole thing when he started having a go at Habib start and what have you, and it's like, look, at the end of the day, you don't slay a person because of their nationality or what have you. I understand fighting; it's a mental warfare game. Like for instance, little Tom, not me son, little Tommy Fury and little John Fury. You know what I mean? It's like one of the best heavyweight champions there's ever been, coming from Manchester. It's like, and Usyk lives in his fucking head. And his daddy his daddy isn't even a good fighting gypsy man. And I tell you one thing, if he'd won 10 fights and lost 8, you'd say, well, fair enough. He can have a go. But he lost half the fights that he fought in. He's never been a world champion. Calling people out who are miles ahead of him when it comes to fucking having a boxing brain. He's a thug. He made a statement, like I said here. Darren Till. Yeah, if I tell you I'm going to kick you in the head, if you believe that, so be it. You think Darren Till was going to fucking let Liverpool down and go out and do that? See, this is what I don't get. John Fury has been given at large for fucking years, trying to take the spotlight away from his son, the selfish cunt. I'll make you aware of something, John Fury, right? Tyson could have gone with Sky Sports years ago, but because his dad was in jail for gouging someone's eye out, Tyson signed with Channel 5 rather than Sky Sports, right? Because of his dad. He wanted his dad to see his fights while he was in fucking jail. And then when his dad gets out of prison, you know what I mean? He's trying to take the spotlight away from his kids. He done it with Tyson and he's doing it with Tommy. Making statements now. If I turned around and said I'd fight anybody on YouTube, that'd be a stupid thing to say, but John Fury said I'd fight any 55-year-old in the world. Now, if you make a statement like that, you're going to have loads of people that want to punch your cunt face in. And it's like all the shit talk, and he's in his son's Tommy's corner. Tommy's a beautiful looking fella. I bet he looks handsome. I bet he smells gorgeous. Now, if he was a proper fighter, man, even if you tell me you're going to bring a Uzi into the ring and light me up, I'm still doing that walk. Light me up then. You know what I mean? But all the shit talk his dad talked and his dad saying, I wouldn't be able to look at my wife if I lost to certain people. And it's like, you're in your son's corner and you let him pull out because of an idle threat. Darren Till. It's alright for Darren Till to make videos of him kicking pads leading up to the fight. Mental warfare. Tommy was elbowing pads. Do you understand? What's the fucking difference? But it's like I said, I don't believe Tyson Fury's retired. I know he said he is, but the Saudis are going to offer him a shitload of money. And they're going to say, here, the British public, world boxer wants to see AJ v Fury. And I predicted this. I said, what'll happen is, the only way for the AJ fight to happen is when Usyk loses against Tyson. And before the rematch even happened, I'm thinking I'm like, Usyk is going to win this fight, and regardless, his hand's going to be raised, and I made a few videos on it. So in order for the AJ fight to happen, Tyson would have to have 2 consecutive losses, and now he retired. How are you, Phoenix? How are you, Tank? That's just what I see. You know what I mean? I invested a lot of time into me first son. Now, I wasn't in prison most of my life like him. I guided my son towards education. Degrees are the way forward, not qualifications. 4 years. To get to the mountain, can only bring you to Everest. It's up to you to climb it, motherfucker. I know this here, forget Everest. You're on K2, on your way down, buckle up, motherfucker, because 1 hour 4 die on the descent. It's like, just in case you weren't aware of this, Tyson Fury's star held him back for many years. He could have gotten super money. It's like, and then for a start to go and embarrass him. And what, only for his Tyson Fury's star, John Fury would have been fucking still in a cell over there. Headbutting the smallest guy at the, and all that shit. You can't make a statement like you'd fight any 55-year-old on the fucking planet now. Joe Egan has pedigree. He used to be the fucking world heavyweight champion sparring partner, being Mike Tyson. Who's fucking Little John for? Who's Little John for? Friar Tuck. Midgets. Yeah. You know what I mean? I do it in the... He's saying, I know what I'm worth, so pay me. Come here. If John Fury won 10 of his 15 fights, I'd say, well, here, entertain him. Misfits Boxing will put something together where they'll come to an arrangement. You know what I mean? But he's, like I said, Joe Egan shut him down. He had the biggest mouth in boxing, going and taking away his son's spotlight. You know what I mean? By his behaviour and his antics at press conferences. We're fucking kids, we're YouTubers. You know. But I don't believe that Tyson's retired. I think he's just using that as leverage, and he knows the Saudis will come in with a good offer. You know what I mean? And I've been a Fury fan ever since he started. You know, obviously because the Irish connection, and I was like, you know, one day he could be the real deal, you know, and because of all his mental health issues, you know, it's I remember reading a few articles. I read his book, and I remember him saying this particular night he was on one. He was at the drinking loads and fucking being on the coke and all, and he got in his Ferrari. You know what I mean? And it's like he was gonna crash it into the wall, and he said I heard a voice speaking to him. You know what I mean? Saying, Tyson, slow the fuck down, like, stop, bro. You better drop back down into first, mate. You're gonna hit a barrier. And you, like I said, you know what I mean? He said he heard a voice in his head, you know, saying, you have kids, you have a wife, you know, that loves you and what have you. And he fucking, like I said, you know, Dr. Dre done the exact same thing. You know what I mean? He lost his son and shit like that, and he got in a fucking Lambo or got in a high performance car, man, and just got it, punched it. You know, like his own words. A better little man beat him, and in the history books, it's going to go down that Alexander Usyk is not just one of the best heavyweight champions of all time, one of the best cruiserweights of all time. You know, and like I said, I'm a boxing fan, and I said this. I said the only way for the AJ fight to be possible, it'd be as if the Tyson to lose twice, and AJ. And now he's done something really smart, because that means if he's retired, you can only unretire once, right? So let's say someone says to you, tell you what, Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn are both on side. Let's make this fight happen. The whole of world boxing wants to see this fight. And you understand, it's like years ago when you had Lennox Lewis and Frank Bruno, it's like you have AJ, you have Tyson Fury now, and I think that this fight has to happen. But I think his arse has fell out, just like his little brother, the fucking coward. You know, if you tell me you're going to bring a crossbow to the ring, I'm still fighting you. You know, if you're a proper fighter, man, a little threat, shouldn't he? Or maybe he was afraid that his beautiful face might get hurt. I'll tell you one thing about the Scousers here. Do you think Darren Till was going to fucking ever kick him in the head and embarrass the whole of Liverpool? I don't fucking think not. You know, listen, it's the fight game, mate. If I can get in your head, good. I want you to think I'm going to kick you in the head, and you're going to be not concentrating on me hand rather than me foot. But all the shit talk he did, I seen this coming. You know what I mean? It's like, and like I said, I'm a Tyson Fury fan, but I knew Usyk was going to beat him. He gave out about Klitschko's grab and jab style over the years for a decade. He said Klitschko was boring. He used his weight as leverage, what have you. He does the exact same thing. He's the dirtiest English heavyweight of all time. He uses his fucking size, his strength to lean on you, fucking what have you. And yeah, I'm over it. It's like Daniel Dubois, I think, is the heavy. I think, is he fighting that Gerald Miller? Uh, nah, listen to me. Like I said, I am a Tyson Fury fan, but his father, like I said, you don't. Mia, okay. So his first loss to Usyk, he has Ben Davis or whoever in his fucking corner. He has Sugar Hill and he has his fucking dad, all screaming different instructions at you. You only need one man for that in the corner, and like I said, his daddy's embarrassing him enough. Maybe that's why he's retired. Like I said, I'd like to see Joe Egan and little John Fury fight. This year I'm hoping I see Conor Ben and Eubank fight. I'm hoping to see, well, I know the AJ and Tyson will happen. I said it would and I will. It's like propaganda in a way. He knows them and Saudi. See them here? Money's nothing to them. It's oil money. Do you know how much them fuckers make on interest today? Millions, billions. It's like I said, right? They've got boxing sewn off and I'm gonna fuck off very soon, right? But Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, Bob Arum. 4 promoters right there, yeah? And you know what? You see these in Riyadh? They have them all there. At the table. The 4 biggest promoters in boxing. You can add De La Hoya to that as well. Oscar, Golden Boy. There's 5. It's like, and these fuckers, they're trying to control the market. You can see what they're doing, and I'll tell you what, nobody puts on a show like they do. Like I said, boxing is very exciting. And 2024 has been one of the best fucking years we've had for boxing for years. UFC as well, like I said, every countdown to UFC, whatever it may be, I watch it. Because I'm a fan, right? But I also used to be a competitor too. Wasn't a very good one. It's in a fight outside and in a fucking cage, mate, in a ring. But it never leaves. But like I said, it's a young man's game. And I think Daniel Dubois is the face of the heavyweight division. I think Tyson will be AJ. I reckon Conor Ben will be Chris Eubank. And this weekend, I reckon Islam Makhachev will win. And I reckon Umar Nurmagomedov will also. And new featherweight champion of the world, Umar Nurmagomedov. I think he's on a 12 or 14 fight streak. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think Dagestan is going to have 2 champions, even though Islam is the champion. Like I was watching The Embedded, and he has a farm over there. With about 1,000 goats on it. You want to see it? It's out in the middle of nowhere. He said, "This is my dream. Loads of horses, ATV, bikes, quad, everything." You know what I mean? It's like I said, in Russia, they're very proud. And I tell you one thing, they're fucking, they're going to control it as well. Look how big Russia is, right? Now, see Habib, he started loads of fucking things, loads of projects, all in the name of his father. And shout out to Abdominap, or whatever his name was, Khabib Star. You know what I mean? That fucker started a school. And you want to see now what it's grown into a monster. Like the amount of gyms that are sprouting up all around. And it's because of Habib. Mirab, fucking. Anyway, this week I reckon Khabib's cousin's gonna beat him. You know, Mirab is from a certain part of Russia, uh, and he was slagging people from Dagestan. You can't be fucking doing that, you know what I mean? Because they don't play these guys, you know what I mean? They'll dominate you on the ground, and their stand up is like Islam. Like if you look back like on all the Oliveira fight or the Poirier fight, like on a stand up is fucking quality. You know, he's got a striking coach, a wrestling coach, an endurance coach. You know, and they're gonna dominate. You know, Islam will retire champion. And now Umar comes after Islam. You understand? Umar is fucking Khabib's cousin, his first cousin. I think Khabib star and Umar star are brothers. You know, like I said, I just say what I see. You know, uh, Habib, he fucking, he mauled Conor McGregor. Mauled him. Dominated him. Made him quit. Yeah. And like I said, you know, all them Muslim fighters, they all have faith and discipline and dedication. And, you can't slag a man's religion, his countrymen, his dad, without getting them beat and put on you. But anyway, you can all fuck off. I'm going. I'm going to have a quick half hour and go bleed and sleep if I can for half an hour and bollocks. So thanks everyone for coming in, and I'll see you this afternoon.